What's up, man? I'm going to show you the rig that we have been using for probably 3 or 4 years now. We've done a lot of swapping back and forth, but I finally found something that, man, it works for us, and it's just kind of what we've been sticking with. My hope in showing this to you is that it is completely, totally, and utterly underwhelming. I hope you get it in the video and you're like, that's not a great rig. I hope that's what you say, because that's kind of the point in this video. You do not have to have the 18 or 20 foot enclosed trailer with all the LED lightings. Looks like a daggum Christmas tree coming down the road with a little hub thing on the top, doing the little circles, and hydraulic ramp doors, and just all the stuff with everything set up perfectly and nothing has a scratch on it. Dude, I would put this rig up against any other rig out there. We can go head to head, and I guarantee you, me and my crew, we can mow just as much grass with this rig as somebody, with a $50,000 rig can. And I just want you to get into the video and be like, oh man, I can't believe that Florida Turf Pros is using that. Yeah, we are, man. And we mow a lot of grass with it, and it makes us a lot of money. So I just want to be encouraging to you in this video and let you know, hey, if you're scrolling around YouTube land, which people love looking at equipment and all those types of things, man, you see the dudes that are like rolling around with like rigs. They're probably $100,000 between the trucks and trailers and everything they got in there. Look, completely unnecessary. And you know that in your heart of hearts, but you still like looking at equipment. So that's why I want to do this video and show you, hey, we are using some pretty basic equipment, and well, we're doing okay over here. Okay, in essence, this is what you got. We got a 36-inch stand-on mower and a 52-inch stand-on mower. These are the Gravely Pro stances. The reason that we go with a 36 and 52, the blades are interchangeable. I have a lot of experience on these mowers. I pretty much know everything that needs to happen as far as maintenance, basic replacement parts that they need to happen on this mower. I'm very comfortable with these mowers. They've been good for us, been great for us. And if I have to and whenever I have to get new mowers, I'll just be getting pretty much the same exact setup, not switching brands or anything like that, because I don't care about that. I'm very comfortable with these, and we'll keep using this. We have switched to the BR600 from the Echo. I think it was the 580T is what I had previously been using. This just has more power, and frankly, whenever the pull rope inevitably breaks, this is substantially easier to replace than those Echo ones. Those Echoes, the parts are kind of like chintzy in here. This goes out pretty quickly on all those, and this is just very easy to replace. I've had this for 2 to 3 years, and it's been a really good blower. I'm actually surprised that we've gotten that much use out of that. So the BR600, kind of like just a standard classic, very well made blower. This is on both of our rigs. So again, the 6x12 utility trailer, yep, you could go with, and I actually had this slanted down because I had my dump trailer hooked up earlier and didn't drop my hitch down, but probably a double axle trailer, yeah, would be ideal. But you know what? If you don't want to spend the money on a double axle, I've had this trailer now for 5 years. It's a single axle. It holds 2 stand-on mowers comfortably, 6x12. Never had any issues with it being overloaded. Just keep your tires aired up the way that you're supposed to, and there just won't be an issue. This trailer, again, even though it is considered a budget trailer, I bought this thing cash for $1,200. One of the good things about this, it's a single axle, it's so light, is whenever I don't have equipment in this, I can pick this up by hand and just move it around either at my pole barn or at the storage center or whatever. And you don't think that's a big deal, man, until you have to constantly hook up your truck to move a trailer around. It's very nice being able to grab this by hand whenever there's not a load in it and just move it around and do whatever you need to do. The gate's very light as well, all right? So I've had a lot of people ask about this trash system. This is just the Gravely OEM trash bucket holder. I had them give us these with our mowers whenever I ordered them quite some time ago. Just bungee down a 5-gallon bucket and then have a set of trash grabbers. That little combo right there will save you, well, it just keeps you from getting off the mower, and it just simplifies things whenever you're trying to pick up dog toys, kids toys, throw sticks out of the way, or whatever. That's just very convenient. Typically our OCDC chute is in the up position. We do have mulching blades on at this point in the year, so if we need to mulch, we can just toss this down and mulch. But again, most of the time, this is just staying in the upright position. there's actually supposed to be a rod that comes up through here and comes out through here with a handle. I have yet to make the replacement on that. It's been broke for quite some time, but really, again, most of the time we're just trying to side discharge and get all that grass out of there, so it hasn't been that big of a deal for us. So this was the old Green Touch trimmer rack system back when it was yellow. I think they're green now. So again, you can see this is all old. We have went to the PAS system for all of our stick equipment. And the reason that we do that is because what would happen was we'd have a set of hedge trimmers, and the hedge trimmers would get messed up down here, or the power head would break. And when one side of it broke, the whole thing was useless. So now if we have a power head that's kind of acting wonky, well, we just, take the hedge trimmers off, swap them over to another power head, and we can keep going. Furthermore, if we got guys, if I get the crew up with us, and we got 4 or 5 guys with us, we can all switch over to a set of hedge trimmer attachments, throw them on our PAS system, and then everybody is now running 3 or 4 sets of hedge trimmers, and it just simplifies things to keep us from having like 4 or 5 different hedge trimmers on the truck. I do pretty much keep the stick edger attachment on at all times, just because it's much easier to edge that way, in my opinion. But when it comes time to run multiple hedge trimmers, just pop this thing off, put the hedge trimmers on, and then we can really do some damage with a lot of guys running hedge trimmers. So look, multiple weed eater heads here. I got the hedge trimmers. I have the articulating hedge trimmers in the back. The back of my truck here, let's see what we got. Extra gas cans, of course, and then a cooler, then a little spray rig with some weed eater string in there. Now on my toolbox here, I pretty much keep anything you could think of. I got a drill in there, drill bits, sockets, bolt cutters, locks. I got saws in there, and pretty much anything you could think of that you would possibly need during the day, I keep in my toolbox. I just don't want to be out and need something. Like today, I ended up breaking a fence panel at one of our HOAs, and I had screws and everything in here that I needed. Just go ahead and make the repair right then and there. So I try to just think through what is the most likely thing that can go wrong. Oh, we need air compressor, or we need to fix a flat tire. All that stuff is in my toolbox. Things that could be a major problem during the day are just minor inconveniences whenever you have the stuff on hand and you're prepared and ready to take care of it. So I do have a 2500 diesel truck, a Chevy. This is I think it's a 2021. Honestly, guys, I swear I don't even know. I don't know if it's a 2021 or 2020 or what it is. I hooked up my dump trailer to a half-ton pickup, and it held it, but man, I didn't like the way it was looking in there, especially when you put a load in it. So with us focusing more and more on landscaping stuff, and I say that with a grain of salt, I love mowing and I will continue to mow forever, but the path of least resistance for us to start making more money without adding a whole bunch of trucks and trailers on the road was for me to start, getting more and more into landscaping. The profit margin was just higher for us. So again, though I wanted to stick with a half-ton work truck, truly needed a 3/4 ton, went with diesel. This thing actually gets a really good gas mileage from about 17.5, 18 around town, stop and go traffic, pulling our trailer. That is pretty dang good. I was spending $100 every other day in that Ford trimmer with the 7.3 gas in it, because we live probably a good 25-30 minutes out of town from where I work. So it was really eating us up on gas. I know I pay a little bit more for diesel at the pump, but the fuel savings, just the extra power it has, I've really been happy with this truck. Furthermore, this is more of a work truck for us. It has cloth seats in it. It does not have roll-down windows, which I would love to get the roll-down windows, but it has some creature comforts in there. But I tell you, that other truck that we had, man, don't get me wrong, it was a nice truck, it was a bad truck, but it was just honestly kind of ridiculous to mow grass out of that truck and do landscaping out of it. So this has been a great purchase for us. I hook up my dump trailer to that thing, could have it completely loaded down, and doesn't even feel like anything's back there. So you're looking at the rig and saying, God, I can't believe Florida Turf Pros uses that. Exactly. And I'll tell you what, I would put our rig up against anybody else, and I guarantee you we'll mow more grass than you. I really feel that way. Because, you know, once you have, like, there comes a point, guys, of diminishing returns. Like, I'm not going to tell you to go out there with a push mower or some electric push. You know, I'm not telling you to do that, but I'm also telling you there's no reason to ride around with $100,000 friggin' rig on your truck. There's no reason to do that. Like, usually your most value, your biggest bang for your buck comes right in the middle. And I want you to look at this rig that we got here and say, all in, man, the 52-inch Pro Stance, that was like $9,000. The smaller one was like $7,000, so that's $16,000 there. Had $1,200 in the trailer, so let's just call that $17,500. I have probably another $1,500 in stick equipment. Let's call it $19,000. Let's just call it $20,000. $20,000. That is like the top end of what I really feel like you need. And really, that might be a little bit overkill. You might could do with even less than that. But for us, $20,000 gets you a really, really sweet mowing setup with all the things that you need to go out and be productive. Hey man, next time you see that brand new rig rolling down the road, looks like it's $80,000, don't have a scratch on it, they'll be selling that stuff. They'll be selling that stuff in August when they realize, man, this is hard work. This is really, oh, to that point, all that stuff's paid off. My truck's not paid off, but all the other stuff is paid off, man. It's a big deal. Mowing is pretty low margin work, man. Don't be riding around with $100,000 in debt and mowing equipment.